Dennis Healy. World events do not occur by accident. They are made to happen, whether it is to do with national issues or commerce, and most of them are staged and managed by those who hold the purse strings. What's on the news on Friday the 13th, 2017? Let's have a look then. In the eye, we've got UK police investigate Weinstein. Well, apparently he's been doing all sorts, but that's only what the papers say, so you can't believe anything, but I suspect it's probable. Also, down the bottom right hand corner, antibiotics apocalypse. They're talking about the fact that many are becoming immune to antibiotics, and so we're looking at an apocalyptic situation. Load of rubbish. Colloidal silver kills all viruses, so the antibiotics are a scam in the first place. Sack Saboteur Hammond. Well, it's more pretense in fighting, so you'll believe that some are actually on our side. And then again, you've got the Weinstein stuff. The Mirror. Movie boss preyed on me when I was a schoolgirl. Probably, I would suspect that, yeah, he more than certainly did. 70-mile-an-hour winds as this hurricane heads towards us. It's heading up, going to catch the tip of Ireland and get close to Scotland. And again, this looks like this has been generated and made bigger by, I would suspect, the HAARP device. Euro chief disturbed by Brexit deadlock. It's all smoke and mirrors. Now, there's that buzzword again. Chaos as EU talks deadlock and Commons Brexit bill stalls. Well, there is no Brexit. And of course, what do they get out of chaos? Order out of chaos. Pakistani raid frees family. Well, that's good, I guess. Not a lot in the papers today. This is quite interesting. Child trafficking victims vanish from council care. So that's councils, and the victims are just vanishing, passed on to the paedophiles to carry on doing whatever they want with the council's full knowledge. That's what you've got to get. Not all the council, just those at the top. Full knowledge that these kids are being passed on to be raped, abused, murdered, and they think it's funny. And again, over on the right there, Hammond must go. The scum, it's all about Weinstein offers me sex contract. Yeah, well, he offered a contract. It's up to you to either accept it or not, isn't it? Metro, NYPD and Met probe Weinstein. Now, if this is real, he's going down for the rest of his life. If it's real. The 10p, or the Express. Outrage, excuse me. Outrage as EU put new block on trade talks. So the EU's blocking the trade talks. I thought a minute ago it was, we'll come back to that in the next few papers. UK police investigate Weinstein. Hurricane to batter Britain. As I said earlier, it's just going to catch the corner of Ireland, and I don't think it even gets to Scotland, as long as they don't ramp it up to back up to hurricane status, which it was dying down, and they've ramped it back up again. Daily Telegraph. Tory rebels stall Brexit bill. So now it's the Tories that are stalling the bill. A minute ago it was the EU. See, these papers are there to cause divide and conquer, and that's it. Down the bottom there, flu jab fears, NHS worried about blah blah blah. This is just more propaganda to get you to take your poison. And they're saying that last year it had no effect whatsoever on over 65s. I suspect it had virtually no effect, no beneficial effect on anyone, but that had plenty of negative effects. And stay away from it. Do your research. I say this all the time. Do your own research. Look into what they put in this poisonous cocktail, and then you make an informed decision. And if you've got children, for God's sake, do your research. Don't let anyone inject a poisonous cocktail of deadly stuff into your kids without at least knowing what's in it. Because if anything goes wrong and you haven't done your research, you're going to blame yourself, and rightly so. Brit cops to probe film boss over sex attacks is the star. And a picture of some woman. Yeah, it's all Weinstein at the moment. Times, US demands China loan rethink. It's not a great deal in the Times. In fact, there's nothing at all. It's a complete waste of time. But at the end of the day, you've got to do your own research. Don't just take what you see on YouTube as fact. Look into it itself. Now that you can find all these papers that I mentioned. Just search them online. You can find them. Check out the stories. Make sure they're what I've said they are. And make your own decisions. Like I say, I'm not here to tell you to do this or tell you to do that. In fact, all I'm here for is to point out what is going on and the real stories behind the fake newspapers. Anyway, happy Friday the 13th of October 2017. And if you look into why it's called Unlucky Friday the 13th, you'll realise that is down to the criminal cartel that control the planet as well. See ya. Have a good weekend.